Today, we are going to be counting down the top watch releases of 2023. 2023, what a year. What a year for us, what a year for watches, what a year for the watch industry. There were so many cool watches released at Watches and Wonders and after, and also there were so many different releases that were released and then just kind of forgotten about. Welcome back to the Chisholm Hunter channel. My name is Harrison, as always, and today we're counting down the top 10 picks from 2023 of all the new watches. And this is exciting because we're coming to a new year. And a new year means new watches, and new watches mean new videos, and new videos mean excitement. The first watch on the agenda is one that I need to apologize about. You guys are gonna hum, you're gonna haw, but I have to pick them because it was awesome. It is the Rolex Yachtmaster 42 in titanium. Now this is the second Rolex watch that we got in titanium, the second watch in Rolex's arsenal that is titanium, but probably the only wearable titanium watch from Rolex. I mean, the Rolex Deep Sea Challenge, which came out in 2022, was full titanium, but because it was so big, it was virtually unwearable. This Yachtmaster has the reference number 226627 and is pretty damn sexy. That titanium combined with that darkened ceramic bezel looks absolutely epic. It does have a Cyclops date window at the 3 o'clock, which I'm not too keen on, but because it's Rolex and because it's epic, I can look past it. Next on the list, coming in at number 2, we're diving into Gerald Genta designs. That legend Gerald Genta, who the watch world has kind of got sick of because everybody was speaking about him, including myself, far too much. In 1976, the first ever Ingenieur from IWC was launched, and this year at Watches and Wonders, it was relaunched with some pretty spectacular upgrades. This new model comes in at 40 millimeters in diameter, features 3 pretty glorious colors, my favorite being this kind of greeny cyan aqua. They've called it aqua, but it's kind of like more of a greeny blue color, which is Aqua Harrison, my God. Now there was a lot of controversy when this watch dropped, when this watch was launched, and that's partially because of the price. It comes in at 13,000 euros or about 11,000 pounds, give or take, correct me if I'm wrong. And that was part of the problem. People didn't understand why it was so expensive. But what I would put to them is when you buy a Gucci wallet, you don't buy it for the wallet, you buy it for the fact that it has Gucci on it. When you buy a Patek Philippe Nautilus, you don't buy it for the fact that it tells the time, you buy it because it's a Patek Philippe Nautilus. Now, Gerald Genta did design this watch, and a lot of the money comes from the fact that he designed it. Coming in at number 8, and people might kill me for this, but it's the Tudor Black Bay 54, coming in at 37 mil. This was a huge staple at Watches and Wonders. Honestly, the chaos in the Tudor boutique when I went, or the Tudor stand at Watches and Wonders, was something phenomenal. It was something really, really special. And I love the hype that Tudor create. However, the reason that this is kind of ranked a little bit lower is because the Tudor Black Bay 54 was really hyped, and then all of a sudden, nothing. All of a sudden, people kind of just got over it and started buying the Tudor Black Bay 58s. And I'm not saying that the Tudor Black Bay 54 is a bad watch. It just seemed to maybe lose a bit of steam. Next on the list, coming in at number 7, is probably one of my favorite watchmakers in the world. Probably one of my favorite brands in the world. And a brand I aspire eventually to get to. It is the A. Lange & Söhne Odysseus chronograph, and they've taken the Odysseus and just simply made it cooler. They've added a couple of red splashes to the Odysseus, but it's not really about the functionality, it's not really about the watch itself, it's about what's inside. In terms of true watchmaking ability, in terms of true watchmaking expertise, A. Lange & Söhne, or A. Lange & Söhne, whatever you want to call it, is probably the best in the world. And what's better is they actually adopt the twice is better motto. Essentially what that means is they assemble a watch, deassemble the whole thing, and then reassemble it all just to check it twice. That's insane. Coming in at number 6, we have a watch that is, give me 2 seconds, At number 6, we have this. It is the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition. And I went on an expedition to Banff with Adrian Barker, one of my very good friends who you guys might know. And just the whole vibe of Hamilton at the moment, the changing vibes of Hamilton are unbelievable. Their marketing, The fact that they are truly putting these watches in the environment they're meant to be in, it's just amazing to me. Essentially what this watch is a khaki field, apart from it has a compass on the bezel, which is fully rotatable both ways. Now, will you ever use the compass? No. It does work. I've tried it and tested it in Banff, but it's just cool to have. It's cool to know your watch can do something. I mean, if you had a car that went to 160 miles an hour, odds are you'd never reach that speed, but it's cool that it can do it. And that's kind of what this watch is. And it kind of helps that it's really sexy. I mean, it's heavily Instagrammable. Oh, and before I move on to number 5, the leather strap that comes with this watch, if you want my opinion, don't get it. I would get the bracelet and then buy a NATO. This is the previous khaki field mechanicals NATO that I kind of just took off the mechanical and then put onto this. But the NATO works so much better. Next on the list, coming in at number 5 is... Would you be able to do me a favor? Can you subscribe to the channel before I go on? Is that doable? It's the Cartier Santos Green Dial. Now everybody loves Green Dial. There's an epidemic of green dials at the moment, and also everyone loves Cartier. And when you pair them both together, you get a winning formula. The green dialed Cartier Santos is available in the medium dial with no date and also on the large dialed variants. Personally, I would go with the medium, but personal preference thing. This will cost you about £6,000 to £7,000 if you can get one new. However, they literally wouldn't let me into the boutique the kind of expedition showroom at Watches and Wonders. I tried to get in. Chisholm Hunter don't stock Cartier, so I said, can I film your watch? And they said no. Coming in at number 4, we have a brand that I previously neglected, a brand that I didn't talk about enough previously, and I don't really know why. I just kind of, you just have a brand. It doesn't mean they're a bad brand. They just kind of fly below the radar for a bit. That was Breitling to me, and the new Breitling Chronomat GMT, that hit me hard. It hit me so hard, in fact, that 4 Breitling videos have been posted since then. And it's funny how one watch can make you buy into the brand as a whole. It just takes that one tipping point, that little push, and all of a sudden you're obsessed. The new Breitling GMT comes in at 40 millimeters in diameter, pretty perfect for slimmer wrists. It has an insane ice blue dial, some would say Tiffany blue, and also a rubber strap. But most of all, and this is where I think that the watch industry is dying a little bit, is it has a stainless steel bezel. Now, everybody is kind of gravitating towards ceramic, or if you're shooter, they kind of have a disc inlay, an aluminum disc inlay. But normally people are gravitating towards ceramic, and I can see why, because it's more durable. It's less scratchable as ceramic. But there's something rugged, there's something vintage-esque about stainless steel bezels that I feel you can't replace. Number three, honestly took me a long time to get the confidence to say, because I know that there's a lot of Tudor fanboys and Rolex fanboys that don't like Omega, or Omega, if you want me to say it properly. And I get it. I get that there's a kind of rivalry between Rolex and Omega. However, you can't deny that the summer blue models were cool. I mean, starting at a light shade of blue and working your way down to a darker shade of blue, the deeper that you can go, that is awesome. And to top it off, you have a hidden message on the bottom watch, the watch that can go deepest, is just super, super cool. I did love the Omega Summer Blues. I've yet to get one on the wrist, yet to try one on, but I did really like them. Coming in at number 2 is the new Longines Conquest Chrono. It looks remarkably similar to a Daytona, apart from it's a fraction of the price. They come in some pretty damn cool colors, and my favorite color, which is weird for me to say, but honestly, this is my favorite, was the champagne-y looking gold kind of dial. When I first got that in, I thought that I would hate it. And I thought that I would gravitate towards maybe the black or maybe the silver. And honestly, that's the one that grabbed my eyes. That's the one that grabbed the attention. That is awesome. They come in at 42 millimeters and have been upgraded to look more sporty, to look more classy, to look more. I don't even know any other words to describe it. They just look more. Finally, coming in at number 1 or number 10, depending on the way you want to flip it, is the Rolex Submariner. No, I'm just kidding. It is the Longines Hydro Conquest GMT. I honestly can't commend Longines enough for this. I mean, they took everything that was a bit niggly from the Longines Hydra Conquest and actually upgraded it for the Longines GMT. The bracelet is second to none. The clasp, it used to have that little Longines flap, which I wasn't as keen on, and they upgraded it and they made it better. They made it more aggressive. They made it more functional. They made it more... There's that word again. It's just more. And that was the top 10 watches of 2023. Let me know in the comments if you agree or you disagree. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed. Hopefully, I'll see you before 2024. If I don't, have a fantastic new year, a fantastic Christmas, and much love from your Chisholm Hunter family.